I just am getting back to the room, and I wanted to talk to you all about what is going on out here in Thailand, and let's talk about some of the stuff. One thing, sorry, somebody's bringing me my other phone. I needed to be able to see the chat. Thank you. But yeah, you guys, I need to make sure that I can see what's going on with you guys. I'm out here in central Pattaya. For anybody that doesn't know, that's a one of the coastal sides of Thailand. And with that, I'm out here very much executing a plan that I made a long time ago. Um, if you want to do anything in success, you're just going to have to lock in and getting outside of a place that might be not helping you and making it so that you can't accomplish the things that you're trying to accomplish will definitely be a detriment to you. And what that means is you just can't get everything you want to happen, right? So I'm out here to lock in. There's a 12-hour difference. My lovely sister chimed in on my last stream, and thank you for coming in. Yeah, I know it's around 7 o'clock you guys' time over on the East Coast of America. So I hope that everybody's tuning in and y'all are really locked in because, like I said in the other stream, you're going to really need to start moving faster, especially with the way that AI is moving. I'm going to be doing an update, your time, morning time, talking about all the things that have already changed in just a week. I know I spoke a little bit about the new Google Gemini, but that was an absolutely amazing swap. And I'm going to give you guys a little tip that you might not have known. It's gotten so crazy with AI that you can put in a prompt, tell that prompt to have you in an area anywhere in the world, and then it will change the setting to put you in that exact place at the time that you're putting it in. Now, at the time of this video, I want you guys to know that this isn't AI. This isn't my AI clone or anything like this. This is True Juice right here, speaking straight to you. I just came back from breakfast, like I was saying earlier. And if you guys want to take a little look at the outside of what I get to see, so give me 1 second. I'm going to get up. Let's show you guys what we got going on. Okay, wait a minute. What's good, Josh? What's good? I'm showing y'all how it look in Thailand. This is my little slice of paradise. If it would move down, it's not moving, but this is my little slice. Got the little factory and stuff going on out there. And it's nice and warm outside. It's about 82 degrees, just chilling in the good old air. And I'm talking about the AI space, but I also want to know what you guys want to know about Thailand. Excuse my gimbal is going a little crazy right now. But yeah, you guys, man, I'm out here. Like I said, I'm locked in. I'm going to be doing some workouts. So you're going to be seeing me getting to the workouts side of it. Your boy's doing a lot, man. I'm going to be out here working. So this ain't no vacation trip, but I also am going to be giving y'all this real stream of what it's like out here so that you can know that it's not as crazy as a lot of people say it is. Like, for one, I want to debunk this. It's not all of this, like, you will see ladyboys, right? That's the biggest thing I keep hearing whenever somebody talks to me about Sideline. You will see them, but there are so little of them that you're not going to deal with them on a regular day basis unless you're out here looking for them. If that's your steez, cool for you. I'm not. But you will see them out and about, and it's not like they're going to come up and bother you or anything like that. Most people that are getting accosted or messed up by them, if you're seeing it on TikTok and things like that, those are people that go over there and want to play with fire. I'm not one of those people. So you're not going to see that over here. One thing that I can say, that everything is very nice. The people here always have a smile on their face, and that's why it's called the Land of Smiles. And I'm very proud to say that I come here so that way I don't have to deal with people with bad energies, right? It also just allows me to work at a pace that I wouldn't be able to back home because everything is so fast paced over there that you're not able to see like the trees for the forest, as they would say, but you're always moving so fast that you don't have the time to look at the bigger picture. And right now, for me, the bigger picture is success, success, success. So to do that, I had to get myself out of a place where everybody is pretty much at like a point where they're like, not to say struggling, but I would say that America has a large sense of depression, and we don't get to see it because all we know is the States. So to get myself out of that, I came here to Thailand, and I'll be here for a while just so that I can lock in on what it is that I plan to gain to you all. So we will segue back to the AI space. From now on, I will be giving you guys some info, but if you really want to lock in with me, make sure you're tapping the links in my description, because that will give you access to a faster means of getting some of the information. And not to say I'm gatekeeping, but some of this stuff I can't just give out for free, because I paid over $3,000 just to obtain the knowledge. So to give it out for free would be crazy, right? But there are things that I'm going to be able to give to you all, and things that you're going to be able to know without having to pay an absolute dime. And I don't want you to think I'm over here just trying to get in your pockets, because that's not even my goal. But the biggest thing I want you guys to try to look at and try to do is anything that you're trying to create, look at how AI can make it work for you now. And excuse me, my air conditioning unit just came on. Because I've seen people, they've made over 50 or so books. They're making full book series within the span of a week, where it used to be years before one book would come out. They had to think about the process, probably get some other writers. The editorial process is over, so you can make a book in no time flat now. Especially if you want to think about doing your autobiography, if you're trying to think about putting your life to story, if you want to talk about a skill that you've mastered and you want to share that gift with other people, you need to start right now, right? The best quote that I heard in all of 2025 was, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start being great, okay? Because if you don't start at all, you will never be able to achieve greatness. All these people talk about how they could be better than somebody in the NBA. And I just want to know, how could you be better than somebody in the NBA if you've never gone to an NBA practice, right? Because you don't even know the half of what they actually do, but you see what they are able to achieve while on the court with other professional athletes, right? Now, it really comes down to the amount of practice that you put in. Like Michael Jordan would say, he would take over 10,000 shots in a year, and that's just on practice, right? How many do you think Steph Curry is shooting? Just think about all of these things when you say you want to be great, and you have to put the action behind it. Right now, I just, for the first time in my entire life, went to my boy Trey. So shout out Trey. You'll see me over on his lives. We're going to be doing some great stuff. If you haven't seen Pop the Balloon, we'll be doing Pop the Balloon Thailand edition. We're going to be doing some other stuff. I won't name everything because I want you guys to come and look out for it. But we're going to be doing a lot of amazing streams. But with that just being said, he also gave me this amazing opportunity to get myself better. Because, I'll take his words for this, but it's not my words. So just so you guys know, you have to do right by yourself so that the world does right by you, right? So if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not being kind to others, that comes back to you. The more negativity you put out, the more negativity you receive. Okay, so the more positive that you put in, the more positive that you're going to get back. So that's what I'm saying. I hope that you are also locking in with yourself in that way, in shape and form. With that being said, too, I would say, even with that, now Trey being my personal trainer for this time that I'm here in Thailand, I'm already on a schedule where I can't eat from 7 to 7. That means from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is the time that I can eat. Anywhere between that, I'm not eating. I'm drinking water, right? And some people might be like, damn, that's hard. It's not really hard. It's a mental game. Just like I was saying, for the first time in my life, I went to his place of residency. I won't say too much, but there's 50 floors on his building. So we went from the sub basement all the way up to the top. It probably took us probably like 45 minutes maximum, I believe. But man, was that a trip. And then I today just came out and I did some running for about 30 minutes just so I could keep myself up, because I don't like to go days without working out at all. And as you can see, I've kind of put back on that gut that I've had before. But just bear with me, because believe me, it's going to be gone. You're going to see your boy cut up again. But that is not the only thing I'm out here to do. I'm out here to change lives, because I don't think that anybody who's really doing anything can say that they've done anything successfully unless they change the lives of the people around them. So if you're watching this, or if you happen to tune in after this is over, I want to let you know that it is my mission to make sure that you are somewhere better than you were today by the time I leave this place called Thailand. I will be, like I said, I'm going to be talking about the AI space as soon as I get out there. I mean, as soon as your morning time starts. So 12 hours from now, you'll be getting the AI scoop, and I'll be showing you live and in person how you can make this space work for yourself. And again, there are going to be some things that you might not be able to see here, but I won't lack in the information. As much as I can share and as much as people are here with me, I'm going to make sure that you're tapped in and you're locked in to get the best type of information imaginable. And even if you don't feel like I'm the person for you, I would say take what I say with a grain of salt, right? Make sure that you're growing and learning without me as well, so that you're doing your research, so that way it's not like you can only believe what I'm saying, because there's going to be so many things out there that's going to be changing. If you watch my videos a month late, some of the things might not even hold true, because AI is changing so fast. That's why I want to keep reintroducing you to what you can do to make yourself better in this space. But the name of the game is speed. So the longer you wait, the longer it is for you to actually start gaining the wealth you're going to be wanting, the success you're going to be wanting, or any other thing you're looking to receive while trying to utilize AI. Okay, because just about 2 weeks ago, Google Gemini came out, and it was the king of pretty much everything. But then ByteDance, which is the Chinese-made version, took a lot of that and then capitalized on it and improved it, right? So now, not DeepSeek per se, but a Flux. Flux is over Google Gemini. So that's why I'm telling you, within a 2-week span, we had something brand new come out, and it's already being topped by another tool. So if you're not in the space, then you're gonna, be feeling like you're having FOMO. But the goal of it isn't for you to try to touch and do and utilize every tool. You want to know how to maximize the one that works best for you. Now, I will say this: Google is great, but then it has a lot of roadblocks now, because they are strengthening the securities. And only reason I say that is, if, for example, you want to create adult novels, not to say that that's what everybody here is doing, you would definitely meet constraints with Google Gemini. Whereas the Flux, you would not see those same constraints, because you can opt in to saying that you're already an adult. Of course, similar to like anything else, they're going to ask for your date of birth without asking for your name and address or anything like that. So it's nothing to link back to you. But then it gives you access to their tool to utilize it for more adult-esque conversation, maybe even dating advice, because what they will be stopping doing both on OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, and on Google, is they're going to be stopping doing any legal advice. So if you're, needing any advice on legality, you're going to have to go back to the websites that give out legal advice, or you're going to have to call your local bar. They're also blocking any type of, I would say, mentionable content, meaning if you're talking about any explicit areas, if you guys are talking about creating games similar to a GTA even, you will have a lot of constraints. But the crazy thing is, on both platforms, you can probably make video games at the level of like a PlayStation 3, Xbox One, I believe, right? So the possibilities are almost endless. But the thing is, you have to jump into it right now. It's just like, I'll bring it back again. Just like yesterday, I had to, after doing my full workout, because what I did is I walked those steps. I went to the gym, we lifted weights, and then we did some boxing, right? After all of that, we did the sauna, and then you had to do the ice and cold and hot again, right? So when I had to do the cold, it's like walking into the pool. Pools are extremely cold here. I will say that. It'll be extremely hot outside, but the pools are like, I don't know, maybe like 40 degrees or lower, right? And that's for my people over in the States because they do Celsius out here. And I don't know the conversion. I'm not that great. But with that, it is extremely hard to have run yourself really hot and then to get into some cold. But they try to throw me in the water damn near. But I had to take my time and I got in there. And it takes a second to get adjusted, right? So just like with any of these tools, it's going to take you a moment to get adjusted, but you have to try, rinse, and repeat. And the more that you're doing that, the better it is for you to obtain the goals that you're looking for. So just like a Gary Vee would tell you, if you're not doing this, you're going to miss out, right? No matter what you're doing, you are spending time on something. But you cannot sit here and then think about how you didn't try to do something and then you see the next person beside you getting above and beyond what you thought was possible because you sat there and wait, right? I've met a lot of people like that where they had the opportunity to be the absolutely most amazing person they could be and they let somebody right beside them go ahead and do it, right? The smartest people in my classes back in high school and even in college, valedictorians even, allowed life to get the better of them, right? Instead of sticking to what they knew would work, right? Like I'll even tell this story. I had a person that I was aware of. They were they were one of the valedictorian candidates at the time. Now, the crazy thing to me was I did do honors programs. I did a couple of advanced placements. I wasn't the smartest person in school. I never ran for a valedictorian. I never put in that much effort. My highest GPA was a 3.8, not to brag, right? What all that is to say is those people who are doing like 4.5s and stuff like that, this person that I knew didn't even graduate high school because of a singular paper, right? That weighed heavily on their grades. The only issue that I had with it was that I knew, right? I knew without a doubt in my mind that they were way smarter than what I already was. But guess what? They didn't even finish. So the biggest thing about everything is to get in there and in whatever you start, you need to finish. You cannot let yourself be stumped by life because life is going to happen to all of us, right? I will say this, like the time that when I first locked in and got my first like six-pack abs in my life was when my grandmother and, my father and his mother, they passed away. It was really hard. Yo, Ready Yeti, you want to see? Hold on, let me let you see the crib, brother. I was locked in talking, but I'm gonna let you see it. So this is what it looked like out here. I'm at the LK, but I'm pretty sure y'all have something a little bit more, speed. You feel what I'm saying? But as you can see, straight out there, you can see the beach and everything that's cool in it. It's a lovely place, man. It's mad quiet. They preparing the pool for us later. I'll probably get out here, but I'm gonna need to take a nap because I've been working just like I've been back in the States, man. U.S. timing, making sure that everybody is getting, that good old loving from the AI space, bro. Yeah, it's real nice out here, brother. And like I said, I will be going back outside. I'm looking at your chat right here on this other phone, but I'll be getting out there live for you. If you're looking to see anything like special, even if it's soy six, man, because that's something that people don't really be wanting to show because it is a wild place, and you can get messed up. But I know a couple people out there, and the reason I say you can get messed up is because you have to know that in the rules for Thailand, you cannot record Thai people while you're walking out here, right? It is against the law, and it can get you hemmed up. Excuse me, the air condition coming back on, but it can get you hemmed up really bad. And I would never wish anybody to get locked up abroad, but it's crazy in Thailand, brother. If you get locked up out here, this is the one thing I would say. It's so bad that they put you in a damn paddy wagon, they chain you up to a wall, smack like this, and it's like it's no seat. You just sitting up there, right? So you don't want to do that, but you can't record them because without permission, you will go to jail. On top of that, you just want to be respectable because they're very nice people though. Very nice people. Don't skip out on bills because these are the things I've seen people get messed up for, and it's never been nothing that would really need you to do nothing. But of course, you can also pay your way out of it. But who wants to waste, $100 trying to get out of a stupid ticket? Other things that you might want to see, the nightlife is amazing. Even if it's not here in Pattaya, if you're in Bangkok, it's definitely very cool. But Bangkok for me is not the spot because I've been in New York, right? I would say it's like New York on steroids because they have like tens of millions of people where, New York has millions of folks, right? But it's so many people back to back on top of you. They got levels to the city, like literally where some streets are above you and all that other kind of stuff. So you got to watch out for that kind of stuff. But there's a beautiful, beautiful river that can take you up and down majority of Bangkok. It's a lovely experience. You can go to the mall over there. It's, I think it's Siam Mall. Inside there, they got a Lamborghini store. You can just walk up in there. It's actually very lit. You can't drive no Lamborghinis because you're in a mall, but you can get inside the driver's seat. You can go to the Gucci store. Everything there is pretty lit. The food is amazing. I would say make sure you take your time, brother, Ready Yeti, and experience a lot of the food. Now I have allergies to certain things, so I can't try everything. But the food is so inexpensive that like $20 will feed you for about 2 or so days, right? Whereas that's like almost a meal price back in the States. And not only just that, there are other things that you can just experience for like a very cheap price. Like for example, if you want to go jet skiing for an hour is probably like $10-12. So where like you would pay like $80 back home, you can do that for the low here. Some things are still American price. Like when I was here last year, I chose to go skydiving just for the experience, but that was exactly the same price as it would be back in the States. So I wouldn't say everything is super cheap, but even this hotel, what was it for a month is like $400, so. But you want to get your stuff in advance. Don't wait until the month of or the month before. This is high season, so it could have been even cheaper than what I got it for now. But I like this time so that I can get away from the States and not have to deal with the, that cold weather. Because where I come from, it's about to snow. I just was told, and I definitely would like to not be involved in all of that. But the beaches are very cool. Things you got to think about. Okay, so what type of food are you looking for? Because if you do come to Pattaya, I have a good list for you on places to try. Like if you want to get some all-you-can-eat and just experience a lot of what they got, there's a place called Tsunami Sushi, right? But you have to know the right one to go to. But it's off out of the beaten path. It's real nice and secluded. But street food is absolutely amazing. Most people will be like, well, nah, I won't mess with the street food. Yeah, a month for 400. That's exactly it. But the street food is absolutely, because you have to understand, Thai baht is, our exchange rate is pretty good over here. So one singular dollar is 35 of theirs, and that typically will get you like a like what you would pay for like a Uber, right? That's typically the price of an Uber, that 35 baht. So if you were gonna go like let's say probably like 3 or 4 miles away, that 34 or so baht would be what it would take. So you can get like you'll mainly be paying that, or if you figure out the bus system, you can pay even cheaper because then it's 10 baht, so that's like a penny maybe. I really got to do the conversion better, but it's very low. 10 baht, excuse me, not a penny. So that's probably like 86 cents or something like that. Yeah, no, it's a really lovely place. I would say the thing that's not even talked about is how fresh the food is. And I spoke about this in my video about Thailand. If you get a chance to just, if you're new here, Ready Yeti, check out my Thailand food video. But like I get fruit here. It's so fucking fresh that it makes me dread going back to the States to eat that. Because I know it doesn't have any preservatives. Like you can taste it the minute you put like I had a mango first, I believe. It was a mango, and then I got it as a mango smoothie. The most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. Because it was just like, I knew it was no preservatives in there. It gave me so much energy. All the stuff that we have to get from vitamins and stuff like that, I got it from one singular fruit. Right? So it was like having an energy drink almost. And it was just amazing to me because like for hours I was good. You know, I felt like I was moving on air, and that's just from a smoothie. Like it wasn't no drugs or nothing in there. Because you know, some people might think, well, you hyped up on something. Nah, man, it was just good eating, right? You still have to get yourself bottled water because our stomachs aren't built the same. I would say food will run through you if you drink in anybody's tap in any other country. So I wouldn't even do that, and that's also grounds to get you sick because you just never know what's in the tap. I know some people who will do it. My hair is getting stuck to the chair. My bad. I know some people who will run that risk, but that ain't me. And yeah, this is a 4.5-star hotel. Because you were saying that 400 is crazy, but like you can get into the Hilton probably like $2 or $4 cheap or like more expensive. But my thing is I like to be a little bit more to myself. Not have to be on like level 35 waiting on the elevator for 2 or 3 minutes. I can get in here if I wanted to. I could walk up the steps real fast, go down, enjoy myself. So overall, it's really amazing, man. And the people I've met here is another staple that really, really is great for me, man. When I was here just the last time, I got to meet at least 13 millionaires. This time I'm going to interview at least one of them. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do everything, but I know I'm going to get in with one guy who's in the same space as me doing the AI thing. He does content creation on a different wave than I've been talking about, but I do want you guys to be introduced to it because it is, and he doesn't really even have to leave his house. And I've seen him travel to over probably 14 different countries just this year, right? And that doesn't include even, because he's from America, right? He's from America, but he's based out here. He's about probably the same age as me, in his 30s. And he's doing it, man. And it's really amazing to me because you'll see a lot of brothers out here doing it, right? And they don't really say too much, you know what I mean? And not to say I'm out here exposing it, but I'm just bringing light to the fact that you can truly thrive out here with just a little bit. Oh shoot, Ready Yeti, we met out Japan. I forgot, yo. Yeah, brother, I'm gonna be talking about it morning time, U.S. time. So I'm not sure where you at currently. Hold on, is this not Syncy, is it? Yeah, no, the AI space is gonna be where it's at, man. I just got certified right before coming out here for the generative AI space. And with that being said, like I'm seeing the results. Like I know people who have been in my class that are As soon before they even got their cert, they were making 70K a week. So it's more than possible, but you do have to, just like anything else, you got to invest something. It's going to either be time, it's going to be money, it's going to be energy. Just like I'm out here doing this, like I'm out here investing my time and energy on bettering myself and releasing great content for people to lock into, because without that type of connection, you're not going to make it, right? Like you have to even invest when you're trying to close these deals or something like that. You have to know what the people are looking for. But just to give you some information, like I was talking about earlier, like you do want to tap into AI. Don't be hesitant, because just like anything else, to become great, you got to put in the reps. You got to keep putting it in so that that way you get better results every time. So like even if you're trying to write a book, if you're creating, you can create damn near anything. If you're in real estate, like I made some stuff for some real estate people, but if you put together a map of what you're trying to do, you can create homes or the ideal home for somebody within a matter of minutes, right? You can give them a picture of what their home may or may not be from both the exterior and interior. Map that out with them. You can even start changing it. So just think about how we had to look at blueprints, right? How many people know how to read a blueprint? Not too many, right? Because it's not that it's a lost art, but it's not something that is readily taught. But if you could look at a picture of a home, see it in a 3D spin around, and then be able to be like, you know what, I don't like this wall, let's knock that out. And you tap your button and knock out a wall before they've even built the house. Just think about the power of that, because you just saved the construction company a bunch of time on having to lay that foundation that way. You save the customer a bunch of money because now they don't have to pay them to reconstruct a part of the house that they didn't want. It just takes everything to a whole different level, right? And then I bring it back to the book space, whereas it used to take months to years to write a autobiography, one part to a trilogy and things like that, where somebody can make a whole trilogy in 1 year and then get the proofreading they need the same year. So we could get, perfect example, Stranger Things just came out. We can get all of the Stranger Things in one season, right? Not to say that that would work, because at the same time, it leaves people wanting more, right? Because if you did your first book series, right, you could do your own 48 Laws of Power. People will be wanting more. Where's the next one, right? So you do have to give yourself that time too, to also see the results of what you're doing, because that's going to be the biggest thing. But if you guys got any questions, because I've been feeling like I've been ranting for a little bit, I appreciate y'all for coming in. It is 8:30 a.m. here in Thailand. I do plan on going to sleep because I've been up for the last 13 or so hours, making sure that I gave y'all some great content. So if you can, go on over to my YouTube, check that out so you can see some of the creations that I'm doing. I just switched the name up, but I will leave it in the description as well. But it's The Master of AI. Oh, it's so many applications. It's not just, like, man, they're using it. To be honest with you, I'll be completely transparent, right? Because they do the business expo for the government over where I'm from. I'm in the DC area originally, and I've seen them talk about AI sonar, right? So they can map out your house without even ever going in there. Matter of fact, like even with the regular AI right now, I said this a little earlier, you can prompt it to be in a place. So like best way to see it, right, is to do the image generation. So go to your Gemini and then put in a literal address somewhere by your house and tell it to make that at a certain time and day. They will give you that exact house at that time of day, whether there's cars or somebody walking in the door, all of that, like this. So you can honestly do more than you could imagine with it. Oh yes, the 12-hour difference is very crazy for me too, because I'm like, I have to be up early enough and late enough to make sure that I'm getting to you guys. So like I said, it's 8:30 a.m. I wanted to go out and like hang out on the water, but I'll probably do that around the afternoon time. Because that's that's you can do that at your own leisure. But the thing is, like, I might get up and show you guys, like, they're already out here parasailing. I see about 4 people out here right now on a jet getting parasailed around. And then there's a small island a little farther out there called Koh Lan, and that's pretty cool to go to too. It's like a little nice little day trip, and you can get a ferry out there for probably $2. You get out there, they got drinks already ready for you as soon as you touch down on that island. Nice little other little water sports and stuff like that. And this is a real dope place to be. And Ready Yeti, let me know while I'm still here what part of Thailand you're thinking about coming to, because I've been traveling around a lot. I've been to Bangkok, Koh Phi Phi, and you'll see it as Phi, and I'm telling you Koh Phi Phi because that's how the Thai people pronounce it, because you want to know how to pronounce things their way because it gets you a lot further. Best thing I could teach you too as well is when you get over here, the greeting is Swadi Kap, right? So Krap is the last word. It's like a K-A-P, Krap, and then Swadi, right? So you say Swadi Krap as a man because it's similar to Spanish where it's female, male sayings to things. So you want to make sure you're doing that. If you're out there trying to look for a lady, I'll just be real with you. You want to say Suai. That's enough. They're beautiful. That's not offensive. It's not sexy. None of that kind of stuff. So you won't get no problems that way. And to be honest with you, a lot of people will approach you just saying hi. I mean, of course, there are going to be people out here trying to get you a massage, and those are going to be the nicest ones you're going to meet, right? They're going to be like, oh, hey, come welcome, have a massage. And they're going to ask you about your life. They don't just say, come buy from me. They talk to you about who you are, where you come from, what you're about, because they enjoy getting to know people from foreign places. And you'll see a lot of that. Yeah, they definitely do. Don't stay in Bangkok. I will say that. You will not experience Thailand for real if you only stay in Bangkok. Here, Pattaya is about a 40, well, depending on where you are in Bangkok, it's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half away, depending on traffic, away from here. So it would be a nice place to like get closer to the beach because there's no beaches in Bangkok. Like I said, I've been to Koh Phi Phi. Koh Phi Phi is its own island. It's the southern part of Thailand. That place is literally paradise. Now, I know that a lot of people will say, just coming to Thailand is paradise. No. Koh Phi Phi, and I'm probably sure Koh Phangan, because those are there's 3 adjacent islands. It's Koh Phangan, Koh Phi Phi, and Koh Samui. Koh Samui is actually amazing too. I love Koh Samui. That's where I spent my birthday last year. But Koh Samui is very like, it's so many resorts where it's like it's not enough quiet time because everybody's trying to have a party out there. There's nothing wrong with that. And you'll see everybody from around the world. Like I met the most people from different countries in Koh Samui. And that was actually like probably like some of my best time here too. Because you go out there, like they have a couple of clubs where they got the fire dancing. I met a guy out there, my boy Gray. Shout out to Gray. I know he's not watching this, but I'm gonna have to get in contact with him. But he owns a sauna out there. I got to do my first ice bath while I was there in Koh Samui, which was amazing for me. But because now I got to do this like almost damn near daily with this workout regimen I got going on. But the best thing you could do while you're here is to just, tap into the lighter side, the nice side of you. Nobody is going to bother you while you're out here in Thailand. The only people that might get some ish started will be another person from a different country who already got that fight or flight mentality on them, because here they move so slow. Like, even though I'm right here, they're just getting started on like fixing up the pool, right? They could have started as soon as the sun came up. They not. Most of the place is not even open. I just happen to be lucky I know where to get breakfast. But most shops don't even open up until 11 a.m. Right? So yeah, Chiang Mai is a really amazing place, but you have to understand now Chiang Mai is probably going to be one of the cheapest places you can go. And I would say there's Chiang Mai and then there's Chiang Rai, right? Chiang Rai is not close to Chiang Mai. So Chiang Mai is close to where the farmlands, and you'll see there's a tea country. So they make the tea and the coffee beans in this one, pretty much a province of Thailand. And that is really cool, but that aroma is going to be always through the air coming over to Chiang Mai. And Chiang Mai is very inland, so you're not going to be able to see water like that. I like this water part because it just brings me prosperity. But it's a really amazing place. But I would say Chiang Rai is really beautiful, right? Because that's where you can get to see the mountains, and that's also where you can go, and you don't even have to go too high up, and you'll get that layer of clouds underneath you, so you just feeling like you're on top of the world. That right there is like an experience you can't even like describe, right? So I would say like, and then again, oh, good tip for you too. I'm not sure how you're booking it, but if you met me in Japan, you might know about Agoda. You have to, for Southeast Asia, the app to like book things for is the Agoda app. Now, I wouldn't say book your flight per se, but sometimes they have really amazing deals. Like I seen from Los Angeles, and that is its premium economy was they had premium economy for about $485. Now, if I had knew that at the time, I probably would have went with it. But I got my package deal, and I also make sure you tap in too, because I'll put it in the description. But I have a book on how to fly for free, especially if you know the ins and outs of how to make things work for you, especially when you've accumulated points, because that's the easiest way to do it. You don't really have to pay much to go where you want to go. If you think about it and you plan ahead, the easiest thing to do is to just have a plan and execute it. And I did a video on this, and I'm gonna say these things right now. To do anything that you want to do, you need to plan it, you need to execute it, you need to review, and then rinse and repeat. Okay, that's how you really do it. Because it's all about focusing in on one thing, mastering that one thing, and then adding it to the repertoire, which is yourself. Okay, but back to Thailand. I don't know. I'm feeling it. It's feeling good out here, so I'm taking it in myself. But you want to be able to figure out what you're going to want to do. Like if you want to party, there are certain places for that. There's certain places you're not going to get that. Like Chiang Mai, if you want a nightlife situation, Chiang Mai doesn't have. They have a nightlife, but it's not as much, right? It's like being back in Japan for us. So by 10 o'clock, it's really quiet, and you gotta just deal with that. That's also the same for Krabi, because that's one of those adjacent land base that's by the islands. But most people leave Krabi to go to the islands. So that's Koh Phangan, Koh Phi Phi, and Koh Samui. When you get over there, the nightlife is jumping, but that's because everybody's packed up over there. Over here in Pattaya, I would say the same thing. But there are stints, like when they have the fireworks. Like just this a few days, like when I first got here, the first day I got here, they were doing fireworks because they don't celebrate things the same way we do. So like when you guys were having Thanksgiving, they were out here shooting off fireworks. But the thing that was crazy to me is you could see millions, and I mean millions, of people on the street. It's like the most packed you will ever see it is when they're having a festival, when they're having a fireworks show. Because they were also going to have the concert Rolling Loud out here, which I was hoping to get a part of and, bump some shoulders with some celebs. But neither here nor there, I'm still working towards what I'm trying to do. So I just want you guys to know that, find what it is that you're looking for. And you guys can tap in with me, either live stream, or if you want to, you can hit me up and I will, let you know where you can and cannot go. But it's a lot to take in. And if you're going to come out here, don't limit yourself to a week and a half, because I had another brother I won't say his name too, but real good brother. And he lives in the New York area, but he got out here, said, I'm only going to do a week and a half. And I was like, what? Bro, you waste an entire day flying. There's no flights that I know of that are less than 24 hours, right? So even if you're doing that, you're wasting a whole day to travel to this country. You gotta add an extra 5 days on top of that just for it to get like acclimated, right? Because even when I was here, I stayed here for 3 weeks last year. Um, Even in Pattaya, from now to then, I've probably seen all of 28% of it, right? I haven't even seen all of it. So that's where later on today, like while y'all are asleep, I'm gonna be going around traveling. I'll get some small clip stuff for you guys. Oh, and travel within the country. This is a good one. I talked about getting like a bolt or, how much it costs, but the main way you'll see people traveling is by motorbike. Now, if you're in Bangkok, you can get a tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuks are cool because they're like little cage motorcycle bikes that have like the carriage situation on it. They be bumping a speaker, so that JBL be bumping on there. Excuse me. You'll have the JBL bumping and you'll be just kind of wrapped in shade, but there are weird situations, right? Like something they don't tell you is that like you can get like what you would consider Uber. It's called Bolt here. You can get a Bolt, but there are certain places those Bolts can't go. Why is that? Because they have what's called taxi mafias. And they're not a bad thing, but there are people who are still doing taxis out here that literally fight for their side of the world to stay alive. You get what I'm saying? So it's just about competition. So they don't want to impede on their competition, and it's almost like a respect thing. You don't come over here, we take care of people in this area, so you can also do the taxi. But of course, you know that by the minute that's going up. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a Bolt or Uber, you locked in at the price. So yeah, you guys, I mean, it is 8:44. I'm not sure if you guys are still in here. I kind of want to get some rest because it's been a long day for me. But I'm going to let you guys see the scenery one last time before I jump up out of here. But I do want to say this before I start taking y'all and look at the scenery. I want you to live as long as you want, to never want as long as you live, and always squeeze the best juice out of life, because you only live this one life and you got to make it your best life. So just look at that. I'm going to be out there on the water too. I'm going to start putting some of the stuff that I had in my phone as well over on the YouTube shorts. So yeah, man, this is Thailand. I hope you liked it. And I'll be catching y'all later when we live and outside, showing y'all when the people are out and about. Because as you can see, like it's very light out here. And I appreciate you, Ready Yeti. Listen, lock in with me. Let me know if it's anything else you want to see, because I will be out here making sure you get to see all the greatness that Thailand has to offer, brother. Peace.